Hello and welcome back. We're going to be jumping into the deciding map now. It should be an exciting one. It's been a great series so far. I think both teams upsetting each other on their respective map picks as well. It was a really close game in the first leg of this series. It was a Dust 2 map that I believe finished 16-13 to Giant Squid. They took some of that momentum into Inferno, starting off their T side with an 8-7 lead, but after Rawls got on T side, they just kind of swept them. I think they only won, I think it was either 1 or 2 rounds in that entire second half. And Rawls seemed to really take the ascendancy, looking like the team that we know they can be. It's this decider. Both teams like this map. It's common, it's shared territory. Really, really even map on paper. These are two great sides, and this should be a great game of Counter-Strike. So we'll have to see where the series takes us. Giant Squid winning the knife round. They opt to start on the CT side. Certainly the stronger side in Overpass. But an effective T-Sup can break that down. Have to see what they've got planned for this pistol. Only one nade set. That's going to be on Swaggy. Like a mid-sight smoke and 2 flashes to help his teammates out of Monster. Send those both out now. First contact's going to be him though. He's going to take 2 battles with short players. Jins is going to take him down though. He's going to reply and he's going to get help with Jane to kill the short player, but they're open to so many angles. They're getting the frags though, they're making it work. Pushing towards APC. Shaw manages to get 1 at least, but now it's Virez in a 1v3. USP to hand, manages to pick off Jane. Now it's a 1v2, but a deadly crossfire to break down here. He's aware of the option. Kills Ping and finds the kill on Felixos. What a clutch from Virez. Got the kit here as well, so time not going to be a problem. Excellent play from him to clutch out that 1v3. Finding every headshot necessary to win that round. So aware of that, of the potential for that crossfire, and breaks it down either way. Fantastic start from him and for Giant Squid via extension. We might expect though, both teams buying up into this one. 4 MP9s on this CT side, accompanied by the M4 of Ferez, but also 3 rifles on the T side. Deagles are out as well though. Swaggy opts to go Kevlarless in favour of dropping his teammate an AK. Have to see what Jane can do with that this round. Ferez got to be feeling confident after that though. Playing aggressively towards long. Don't feel like he's worried about anything right now, but maybe he should be. 3 Ts towards mid, and Ping creeping up connector. Be about to make his way into trouble though, as there's 2 players here guarding the area, Prinny and Rome. Another tough crossfire to break down. He's going to find the first, but certainly not ready for Rome. Swings out and gets the kill. 4v4 though. Situation that typically favours the terrorists, but maybe not in this case. Oh, Swaggy though. Chris with a deagle. Gives them the man advantage, which Rawls will be happy with. They don't have too much map control though, and Jins is going to be exploiting this by pushing out into short now. Had some great information from him, and with the look towards Monster as well. He's going to be able to give that information over to his teammates, but maybe it's too late with Sean falling. Virez is the last port of call on this site. Are they going to be expecting him long though? Swaggy marauding out to sight. He might get shot on him. And he does. He gets the 2-piece. His teammate falls on the upper side of the map, but this is doable. Takes the swing, but the double peek is too much for him as Refuser and Jane overwhelm him. Rawls pull this back to 1-1. And the economy advantage is theirs now too. Winning that second round. So pivotal. Giant Squid will not be deterred though. They buy back 4 Deagles and a Scout. Kevlar all around other than for Sean, but not too much utility to play with. Looks like they're going to be taking maybe an early fight here towards mid, but no, the flashes come out. Nothing yet for them. Spread fairly evenly. If Rawls play this well, and as they have been, they've been very strong against these anti-ecos, not taking unnecessary risks. I think perhaps there was one in Dust 2 that got away from them, but been pretty proficient as Jins gets docked down to 1 HP. Taking mid control now. Being careful, staying grouped. Knowing that they've got teammates ready for them to trade to support them with utility. Leaks also venturing into toilet. He's going to run into Virus. He's in mid-air when he spots him, but gets it to go. Sean, though, hits a great scout shot on Refuser. Rome could have the chance to follow up here. Tag Swaggy down low. Oh, and a follow-up kill for Sean instead. They've got the man advantage now. The 3 Ts all positioned towards B. Swaggy occupying the short area, and Ping and Jane ready to come out that monster tunnel. Ping's going right into the site. Doesn't fully clear barrels, but he's going to get the chance to now to find Rome. Gets the 2-piece, following up on Prinny. Man advantage swings their way. And it's just Jins and Sean remaining. Jins with 1 HP. Electing to fall back and save. Might have the chance to get a gun. Sean just shooting it towards his teammate. Nice little bit of teamwork. Perhaps unnecessary, but we like the finer details. Looking like Royals will be the first to win consecutive rounds here. So they take a 2-1 lead. Just waiting for this bomb to tick down now for confirmation. Don't think any ninja diffuser will be coming in though. That's for sure. 2 AKs recovered for the CTs, mind you. I'll be happy with that. Not really enough to buy around, but I've seen stranger things happen. Dishing out a pistol, dropping a deagle over to Virus, and that was Jins's. Yeah, perhaps more of the same here. Sean hasn't even bought Kevlar to support this AK, so he's going to hope the one-tap potential is enough for him. There is going to be some aggression here towards long. Jin's taking a fight straight away and takes Felixos's life. Refuser, maybe a bit starstruck by it all, unwilling to swing and attempt to trade. Would have been dangerous with 2 players there anyway. As I say, that Swaggy lurks out monster. Great kill from him. Rome was just getting tempted to rotate there, but he opts to stick around for a little longer. And Sean and Jins have arrived too, gamble stacking towards this A site. Smoke down towards short. Cool little line up there. Swaggy's going to find another one. Player's taking him, but Jins is going to take him down at least, making it a 3v3. There's a gun that's recoverable for Prinny. And actually this round is maybe looking like less of a formality than it once was. One thing that Royals do have in their favour though is that they've got a really solid read here. I've got the impression that Giant Squid have rotated to A after winning those initial bouts on B. And they are not wrong at all. Prinny's the only one remaining. He's going to have to do a lot here without Kevlar. Not afraid though. Peeks into short. Gets the first frag on Ping. And has the opportunity to tuck in now. Make himself a nuisance. The molly could force him to rotate, but the T's have a chance to get the bomb down. Sean peeks out, but Jane's going to get the better of him. 2v2 now, but by all means a winnable round. Jin's re-smoked heaven, but he's making a play throw it off the flashbang. Prinny and both just trying to look for something, just an edge. Give them a hope in this round. Position of the T's though, very strong. Refuser towards ABC. And Jane is wrapped all the way around short and gets Prinny in the back. Well played by them to recover the situation, but not an ideal round, not how I wanted it to go. Losing guns the way they did, it had potential to get messy. Thankfully they cleaned it up though. 3-1 now to the Royals. But the first full buy round of the game. M4s are out. There's an AWP on Virez, and Jane does not have a gun. He has realised that now. There is no gun in spawn either. He just does not. Okay. Well, he'll be relying on his teammates to drop one for him at some point then. Preferably from an opposition player. Not ideal in when the stakes are as high as this, but we move. He's going to be the support player this round by the looks of things then, just lining up some flashes. Flashing his 2 teammates into toilet. They're going to take long toilet. Sean gets knocked down to 32 health. Oh, Rome almost got the time in there, but they were both aware of that. Refuser getting the kill. Ferris though, he's re-aggressing towards the toilets and he gets a nice pick on a Jane. That's even up the round as a 4v4. He wants to go for more. The flash in a short is good for Jins too. That gives him the man advantage, but Virez is traded out by Ping. Prinny now left behind the site. He's got a lot to do here. Flash comes over. He's going to catch Ping off guard. And Sean comes through with the rotate, getting the 2k from Truck. Only 10 HP remaining on the 2 CTs, but that's enough to win you the round. And now we see a slightly tattered T economy. Jane can buy, of course. That's a result of not having AK himself last round. I don't think he had too much impact in the end, but might have thrown some more slight factors off that we wouldn't be able to realise unless we were in the TS with him. Virez gets the first frag towards mid, follows it up with another 2, manages to get 3 there. Fuser does eventually trade him out, but he himself falls to Prinny. Now it's Jane all alone with the hero AK. The Phantom AK that perhaps should have been bought last round, but we'll see if he can put it to good work now. Trained on the connector angle, just hoping that somebody will give him a slight room to make this work. I hope it'd be Sean, but I'm sure he's aware of this angle. Oh, he does just go around him. There is potential for Jane to get a time in here. Oh, he stepped though. Gets the kill to work anyway. It's a 1v3 now. He's surely not aware of Rome's position though. Yeah, Rome gets the correction and Jin swings off the contact. It's a well won round for Giant Squid. They dealt with that well. I think they'll be thankful of Virus' 3k in the connector area, but still really well handled for them. 3-3 the score heading into the second gun round. Although there are a few things missing. An MP9 on Virez. I think he might have an aggressive play in mind as he's only got the HE. Or it's a miss by either or. We'll never know. But there's also 2 Galils on the T side. Some nades missing as well. Giant Squid using this quite newfound setup on bit. Oh, a fantastic kill from Ping though. Using this new fairly common setup we're starting to see now. Where the condor gets blown off. And a guy jump spots it for his peeking into the Molotov. Excellent. Yet to see any major inroads in the T's despite getting that frag though. Sean's going to have the opportunity to spot towards short. And that molly tick is going to let him know Swaggy's position. Meanwhile though, some nades lined up on A. Presence towards A short. And ultimately a hit there. Often we see Swaggy as the lurker on this side, so when he's alone on the opposite side of the map, you probably know the hit's coming the other way. He's now rotating for a T-spawn as well to come join them, but unaware that looks like Giant Squid don't have the best read on this. There's only one player to defend A and he's sat deep in the catacombs of Bank. He's ready to peek out, but immediately forced off by gunfire and a molly. The prospects this 4v5 retake are rather bleak for Giant Squid, and I think at this point they may even elect to save. No utility whatsoever in efforts to retake this bomb site. They've just got to hope that Raw's give them a chance, they want to go for it, and they're not going to get it. All of them saunter away in disappointment, but ready to go again next round. It'll be 4-3 to Rawls then. 4 guns saved over for Giant Squid though, mean that they'll be able to buy back in the next one. Royal sustaining those 2 Galils. Sure, maybe hamper them a little bit next round too. Giant Squid still with the chance to come out on top on the early game, but could probably do get in this round. No AWPs in play. I believe we saw one on Virus a couple rounds back, but there hasn't been another one purchased since then due to neither team really getting their foundational economy sorted quite yet. Even now the T's look relatively weak. Double molly towards mid. Very common now, and aggression from the T's. They're going to win the initial fight. There's a lot more people here. Rome's able to trade out too, but maybe they're not going to be expecting the presence of Prinny too. After 3 players, he's coming in with the lurk and certainly could get a timing on Jane. He's aware though that there is the possibility that a player may have not made it out of playground yet, so he has to play a little more passively. As a result of that, doesn't get the information, doesn't see Jane cut through mid, and as a result, Giant Squid are unaware of the B take that's incoming. Prinny and Sean, both far, far away from the bomb. Both far, far away from the site that's being planted at. This is looking like another round for Royals, although, as I say that, Prinny is just lurking around the short area. I can assure you he does have a crosshair in game, but oh, GoTV is a little bit of an issue. But no, they will elect to save in the end. Giant Squid recover their 2 guns and Raws pick up a 5th round. Oh, that kill from Prinny could be quite important. Force another rebuy. Just helping to prevent this Raws economy from spiralling. Winning the round previous to that so cleanly. They've been able to build up quite the bank, but those rebuys have diminished it at least somewhat. Weak buy from them. Jins at least has a Deagle and Kevlar, but other than that, there's very minimal upside. Going for a triple boost though. Sean gets caught up on his way though. Prinny does at least manage to find one. I believe around connector, but yeah, that's a 4v4 for them, and it's not ideal. It wouldn't be ideal if they had all their guns, let alone 2 players without Kevlar. Jins has at least managed to upgrade his Deagle to an M4 though. Almost gets the drop on Ping, but Ping instead finds the headshot and does a little bit of damage to Varese, who's maybe thankful to still have his life after that exchange. Jane finds Prinny though on A, and this is an open site now. Varese with no real option but to save, just tuck in towards Monster and hope the T's don't hunt him down. Bomb will be going down momentarily, and that leads us to a 6th raw round. Well and truly securing the at least the beginning of this half. It was looking kind of messy at the start. There was a fair few rounds exchanged, but they're really consistently getting rounds on the board now and keeping the CT economy weak for their relentless aggression. Spread offense, finding picks on both sides. They're really having it any way they want it. It maintains to be seen if Giant Squid have got the initiative to be able to break down this sort of consistency. Should be seeing a buy here at Giant Squid at least. They do get the AWP on Varese. He's been really good this series. Maybe not having as much impact as he will hope to on their CT side on Inferno, but on Dust 2 he was claiming scouts left, right and centre. We're hoping to get involved with that, as Overpass is a map that can favour a talented AWPer. I really like this boost from them in connector. The only issue for them is that there's only one player located on this B side, and it's Swaggy, who's had the courage to lurk at Monster. Can't find the frag, but oh, excellent shot from Varese, just as I mentioned it, stepping up to pick off Refuser through the smoke. I wasted molly from Jane, but flash towards Divider, which will help them establish some greater map control. Bleak, so I was just having a look and then heading down towards Con, where he finds the entry on Rome. Prinny's still in here though. When he manages to find one, he's quickly traded by Ping, and that leaves us in a 3v3. Perhaps so. The ace in this situation is Varese, who's pushed himself into a very unexpected spot here. Whether the AWP is the right weapon for it remains to be seen, but it finds Jane and he has the opportunity to fall off here. No T in a position to refrag him. But as he rotates back to A, the bomb is on its way to the B site. It's in Monster, And there are 2 players here ready to defend it. Jin's tucked into water and Sean deep ABC. Ping going to elect to wait for his teammate Felixos to join him. Steps being made now. Going in loud. Ping just missing the time, but he almost gets the correction. Jins is going to get the 2-piece though. Cleaning up the round for Giant Squid. And that's what they needed. Great play from Perez there. Getting the initial pick on Refuser and then regressing himself through toilets. That kind of proactivity that's sometimes needed on Overpass. Maybe a little fortunate in places, but they get the round. And they've got a really strong buy heading into this one, which should consolidate their position. Default A setup. You've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. But this time, the pressure's going to be towards B. Flashes are coming through, and Swaggy's already the way up short. Gets the entry, but he's going to burn for it. The CTs have managed to get 2 kills in the process, but still around that's on a knife edge. It could go either way. As I said, Sean picks up a kill monster, and Prinny finds Refuser. Now it's Jane all alone. Orp in tow, but so much to do here. Does at least have the bomb on him. That's some sort of reprise, but just holding for a peek that isn't going to come his way. No player located around wood. He is also going to get smoked off here as well. Seems like they're ready for him. He's got a minute. Definitely needs to find some separate duels now. Just so he can have a hope of pulling this one through. The T economy's not in a great spot as well, so damaging CTs won't be that useful. Can't even get the first to go as Sean finds the frag from barrels. Solid round from him and Prinny and a great B site hold. Didn't crumble under the pressure that was exerted upon them. Used their utility sensibly and played around the smokes that were laid down by Royals. And now we see the Deagles are coming out. We see the T economy has been diminished. Finally, Giant Squid have the chance to fully assert themselves. Although, you can't write Royals off. They have some really talented aimers on this team. Many of them can do just as much with a Deagle as they can any other gun. Couple early nades towards short. It's only going to produce 16 damage though to Swaggy, which would do little to deter him. Push towards long comes out though, and that's a great pick from Rome. Good start to the round from them. And that nade is huge as well. Halving Ping. Doing a significant amount to Swaggy as well. Derailing it. A great shot from Sean. Very nonchalant there through the metal side of wood. Just Royals now peeking out. See if they can do anything. Refuser is going to at least get 1 pick. He's in a 1v4 now. Around the pillar, aware of the possibility of a barrels player, but so many different angles to be worried about. Peeks towards water, but can't find the kill. Sean's going to find it on him instead. And that's 6-6 now. We really are in a tight game here. These guys have matched each other blow for blow throughout this entire series, and while Royals did manage to get away from them a little bit on Inferno, just how close these two teams are together has been highlighted here by the performance. 12 rounds in, nothing to split them. And you feel just maybe Giant Squid are finally kicking it into upper gear. Finally starting to show their presence. But as I say that, there's some great presence on B short already. 2 T players pushed up. It's going to bait a Molotov out of Sean, but they're forced to retreat. Giant Squid using their utility well to force Royals into playing more passively. And while there's a couple more nades exchanged, you feel like we're probably going to be waiting a little bit for the main sense for aggression, with the bomb still dropped at T connector. Flash comes out towards short. That gives Felixos the chance to swing, but the CTs are going to remain hidden and tucked in. Nothing easy yet. Swaggy lingers towards short. The rest of the T's are grouping towards A. They're just working their way through the toilets now. Clear important angles. What could happen here though? Swaggy brought into the open. What a great set play. A Molotov to flush him out of his position, and the counter boost to spot him immediately. Phenomenal stuff. I think Giant Squid are now wary that Rawls are now aware that Giant Squid have got a good idea where they're coming, but maybe it doesn't matter with entries like that. A fantastic flash by the Fuser. And now it's just Prinny left to stop them. Gets 2, gets 3, the lineup! Gets the 4th as well! Prinny goes huge on the A site! Doesn't matter how many entries you get when you do that in response. 4 kills for him. Wins in the round. 7-6 in favour of Giant Squid. And once again, Rawls down to pistols. It's a weak buy. Couple flashes, a couple smokes, but other than that, not a lot of hope. Good presence on B shown by the CTs, but and the AWP pick by Verez to open up the round. Oh, a fantastic reply though by Ping. And now it's just Rome. You can see the CTs frantically rotating after him, but he's okay on his own. He gets a 2-piece. Can he make it 3 from the close flowers? No, in fact, Ping peeks out and gets a D kill. He's had to switch the USP. Does get 1 with it, and Sean sweeps up the rest, but another close round. 8-6 now for Giant Squid as we head into the final round of the half, and it is going to be a full buy for both teams. AK's out. Finally an AWP to compete with Verez's. I think it's the first time Jane's had an AWP this half. He's a versatile player, so he doesn't necessarily need it, but maybe it'll be the cherry on top of the cake. Going towards corners, Verez goes for an aggressive peek. He's forced forward by the molly, but can't get the kill. Great play by Ping. As Swaggy finds Sean on the B monster area. Jins is now going to try and sneak across, though. Testing Swaggy. They're going to be aware of this possibility of this response, though. I imagine they still clear it forensically. Yeah, Swaggy almost with a pre-fire there. So aware of that. Peeks out and gets Prinny too. A fantastic round from him. 3k off the back of Ping's original entry in Con. Rome, though, is not going to go silently into the night. Takes Felixi off down and upgrades the AK, but 1v4 here. Bomb planted for Heaven. A lot for him to do. Does have a little bit of util, but he's not going to get the fights he wants here. So many of the T's holding deep angles and so many flashbangs. They have run out for now. Yeah, he's going to take the fall. A very tight half though. 8-7 in favour of Giant Squid. Refuser very happy with his flashes, it would seem. But this is still anybody's game. Pistol round is going to mean a lot here. Let's see who it's going to go to. Rawls weren't too great with their pistol rounds yesterday, but I think today they've been slightly better. Giant Squid, in fact, opting to use a tactical pause, just work out what they're going to do. I think they've done this pretty much every map so far. I'll just take a 30-second breather just to discuss the idea, make sure everybody's aware of their role. It certainly looks like they've got something in mind. 2 nade sets, a drop P250 as well. Have to see if they can make this work. Really important that they do so. And just a second pause comes to an end there. That one was called by the CTs. We're going to head into this one. Kit on Ping, rest have Kevlar. Nades on Romes and Jins. Sean's our raid boss today. Looks like an A heavy start. They're just going to hold for any initial aggression. This might be the right play with 2 players looking to swing long right now. Both Swaggy and Jane. Maybe slow towards mid, but they could come right into their line of fire. Jane's in a great spot here already. Difficult to clear out. He peeks out an opportune moment. Gets 1. Can he get another? Gets a second through the wood, but the trades have been even so far. The only downside for a giant squid though is that the two players carrying nades have dropped, and so too have the nades that they were carrying. Sean's managed to recover the smoke, but whatever exec they had in mind isn't going to be able to come through. What is able to come through though is the headshot from Perini onto Felixios. Might have to encourage a response from Ping, but he's very afraid to open that door for good reason. Any sort of sound cue gives away would very much spoil the intended intentions of his flank. Instead though, it's going to be Refuser on this bomb site, having to lock it down. Fires off a tap towards flower beds, but he gets overwhelmed. Now it's Ping left in the 1v3. Does have a kit. Does get a kill on the player defending the diffuser as well. They're not in a position to defend this plant. One downer though for Ping is that he's already knocked to 19 health. 7 bullets. And Sean holding his cross onto the site. He's not going to check the angle, but Sean missed the shot. Does eventually correct it by swinging out wide, but was a nice try at least by Ping. 9-7 to Giant Squid now. As we get ready for what could be a slog here. The CTs have brought up, showing no fear in the face of danger. Deagles, a UMP. Slightly risky approach, but one that certainly could pay off. Great movement from Ping there on that HEs. Doing that all day yesterday as well. Big fan of it. See though, very passive setup from the T's to begin with. Makes sense. Don't want to give pistols any unnecessary advantage, but inadvertently they have done so as two CT players are pushed into B short. Give me some good information. Swaggy send a flashbang as well. That's where you sort of peak monster, but I think Jins has just made it by them. The flash into short is coming out though. Fuser gets the first, but he gets traded out by Jins eventually. 4v4 though, Perini finds Ping towards A short, and yeah, the kills are coming in thick and fast now. Swaggy manages to get one, but he's going to get traded out by Jins again, and now it's Jane all alone. 1v3 with the UMP. Bomb still yet to be recovered by Jins. Maybe just slightly nervous that he might have pushed T-spawn and spotted it, but that's not the case. What is the case though is that they've got 30 seconds left on the clock and they're yet to decide where they're going. I think it's going to be an A hit, but that's also where Jane resides. Playing this truck angle with the UMP. Spying over the top of it. Gonna knock Jins down immediately, and that bomb dropped. Gets a good spray down on Perini, knocks him down to 6, but it's not 0. So Giant Squid get away with that one. 10-7 to them. And the technical pause comes in from Swaggy. I'm going to use this moment to have a sip of water. Yeah, unsure what is the reason for this pause. It's a ping problem. No, looking good on that front. I'll exchange of binds. Classic UK stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure what the pause is for. They haven't put anything in chat about it, but still Still players in the server. Ping doesn't seem too off for anybody, but you never know. Just waiting for this one to get back underway. It's going to be a full eco for Royals either way. Right for picking from Rome's Mac 10. Yeah, looks like we're ready to get back underway. Yep, just getting the formalities done. Every player has to vote yes on it. And I think often people will be pressing random buttons on their keyboard and then accidentally click no. Yeah, just USPs for Royals. Single flashbang on Swaggy. Let's see if they can put it to any good use, but obviously you can only do so much for the single flashbang. He's going to be towards mid, and there are a lot of players here. Just holding on to it a little bit longer. The flash is going to come through. I think it does blind Prinny, which forces him back, but he's still in a position to deal with this fine. Gets the spray transfer, picks up a third now. Can't get a fourth. Ferez helps him out with that one, and Swaggy's going to fall to Rome's Mac 10. It was a nice idea, but didn't pay off in the end. 11-7 to the giant Squid. But we do approach the first buy round of the half. M4s and an AWP on Jane. Mac 10 is going to find its way into this round on Rome, but from that, a very solid buy from the T's. Early Molotovs towards mid. They're going to barrel on through them. Flash towards party, but Jane, great pick from him to open up the round. Puts his team up at a man advantage, but that's not going to halt the train. Flashes towards long toilet. Rome just taking a look in there before pushing any further, but Jane with a nice counter flash towards on. That's going to give him time to reposition himself. Hold the angle. Swaggy's trying to push up though. He's get caught out, but gets the correction. Jane chimes in with 1-2. It's a 4v2 in their favour. Ping. Will he get caught out by Sean? No, the battle goes in his favour. It's now 4v1 with Vyers last alive. And he gets found in the back. Ping with the final kill of the round. Great showing from Jane there. Great presence in mid initially to get the pick. And then also supporting Swaggy as he crept up long. Managed to get 2 kills off that little setup, which was nice. And yeah, that's an 8th round on the board for them. Great buy heading into this one, but so is that of the giant Squid. And a round win for the T side would realistically put the CT economy back firmly in the bin. That's not something they'll be hoping to deal with. So they'll be looking to win this round. Look towards a comeback. Presence spread across the map from the T side. Not too much presence towards B. Jin's just going to be holding from the barrel outside Monster to make sure there's no sort of unwarranted aggression. Instead, the focus is going to be on mid for now, as Prinny and Virez get flashed through. Waiting for them though is Felixos and Swaggy. Or sorry, Swaggy and Ping. 2 stacked towards the long toilet area. Swaggy trying to use that shadow advantage to his benefit. Is he going to? Virez wise to it. Crab peeks him, but can't get it done. The molly comes out. Rome reluctant to swing into it. And Swaggy also gets the information that there's one in con. 2 players still stuck in the long toilet area. Unaware that they can push out through long, but it looks like they're going to try that now. Which they have. That's going to allow them a route for evacuation. And while Jane also comes to contemplates rotating over. And now he does. The Molotovs, the flashbangs are enough to do it. That's going to leave Refuser and Felixos alone on this B-bomb site with quite a lot to deal with. Hit's about to come through any second. The nade comes towards short though, it's phenomenal. Refuser's molly finds one and the hit's destroyed before it's even really began. Rome on spot with the bomb, but he's only got 1 health. He is going to manage to get the bomb down, but it's taken down swiftly after. Great round from Refuser, and also just great utility usage all round from those B-site players. The nades, the Molotovs, knocking Giant Squid down to low health before they could even get close to the site. Great stuff. Just like that, they're on a much weaker buy. They do get the plant down, which grants each player an additional $800, but it's not enough to get a convincing buy in this round, so instead they opt for the pistols. A fair amount of utility as well, despite not having Kevlar. Put a little set play in mind here. Early smoke towards front toilets. But other than that, so much going on. Looks like they're training through mid, and Ping and Jane are in an interesting position here. Swaggy's also in the toilets. They're going to get the flank though. Ping really afraid to peek that wall, and the deagle shots come through. Jane falling as well. Swaggy gets the chance to peek out, and he gets one back, but he has to do a bit more than that now. If he falls now, it's all over. Jins is wrapping on him too. Swaggy can't do any more. Gets taken down by the deagle, and now it's a 2v3 for Royals. Just Felixos and Refuser remaining. The deep flash comes out from him, but he's not able to find a fight as the T's are already rotating. The bomb's about to head out onto that B site. Sean does wisely drop it before heading out, but his gun's recovered now for the T side. Jins has an AWP. Felixos will be happy to find him though. Refuser in tandem behind, though they drop back towards A site and opt to rotate through CT. Where though they are going to be challenged by not one but two players. Felixos just jumping out of sheer panic. Refuser gets one, but is he going to expect the play on the close angle? He doesn't. Rome gets the kill. Great round from Giant Squid. Despite the weakness of their buy, they did really well there. A good strat in mind, and I think maybe a little fortunate to hit the deagle shots they did. I think Jane might have died as a result of people aiming at I think it was Ping. I think he might have been headshot by somebody that was trying to kill Ping, but sometimes you need those things to go your way in Counter-Strike. Fast B take this round. The CTs are going to be buying back, but are they going to be able to hold on to this? Already boosted over the sandbags. Getting quite out of position now. It could be dangerous as Felixos just peeks out. Sees VRS in the edge of the smoke though and gets the kill. It's a great find from him. Man advantage now to Royals. Interesting setup here though. 3 towards B. Ping finds himself in connector while Blue Jane is jump spotting from A site. Got a fair few angles to cover, but it's Ping that could likely be the first point of call here. Hope he can get a good timing on the guy's mid when he peeks out. Probably just waiting to hear anything. Get some sound cues, which he does. Have one last look connector before beginning to tail these T players, and they are not prepared for this. Going to have a good opportunity, and they line up. Gets the 2, can't get the 3rd. Prenny manages to find him, but still a great showing from him. Really turned around in their favour, and now Jins has to force his way out this B bomb site. He's not ready for the angles, but gets a great correction. Felixos just thinks better of fighting him now and drops back into water. Jins is going to peek him too, but Swaggy gets the kill from heaven. Prenny has to stick this plant, and he does get it. Giving them a little extra bank, but nothing more than that. Well recovered by the CTs, making the score 12-10 to Giant Squid. And now we're back to square one for Giant Squid. Back to that pistol buy. I think they might have something in mind again. Plenty of nades purchased, and nades at the expense of Kevlar as well, importantly. Slightly slow to get out of spawn perhaps, but they've got something in mind. Same front toilet smoke. Same return volley from Royals, but they're playing much more passive this time. They don't want to get caught out twice. They've grown to respect the deagle prowess of this Giant Squid lineup, and they don't want to make the same mistakes twice. Jane's going to be picking a ward short from the flower pot as Ping just ventures closer. Does swing and find Sean. Isn't going to have time to fall back, but he's hoping Jane can help him out, but he can't. Does eventually manage to get one. Swaggy's here too now. Varese is going to fall to his molly. That's a 2v4 for them. No real option to plant here. So many CTs all around the place. Felixos quickly on the flank too. Going to try and venture towards Bank, but Swaggy picks him up, and while Jins get the trades on him, Jane's waiting in return. Another round for Royals, 11-12. It's really looking like a tight game. Tactical pause coming out for Giant Squid. Just working out maybe where the holes are in this CT default, but it's certainly a tough one to analyse. So many varied setups. So many microaggressions from Royals. Certainly hard to account for. Even harder to counteract. Let's see what they've got in mind. A Mac 10 on Prinny. Somewhat of a tactical purchase. Had to assume so anyways. He hasn't bought 2 flashes. I think he's got an idea of where he's going. If I had to guess, a fast play potentially towards B. Is that what we're going to see? It's certainly looking like it. 5 players in unison working towards the B bomb site, and this time it's going to be underprotected as well. 3 players towards mid and A. Instead, it's just going to be Felixos in barrels, and I believe Refuser towards ABC. All the mollies are coming out, the nades, this executes in play. Felixos tries to retreat, in this case to lower ground, and he tucks in water with Refuser, but smokes are all over the site. Support flash comes in from Ping, but the bomb is about to go down. Refuser gets a frag. Sean gets a second on Sean too. He's going to get trade off by Varese, but the frags are still coming in thick and fast. Ping finds Varese in exchange. Swaggy finds Rome pushing out short, and Ping gets the final frag on Jins. They dealt with that really well, actually. There was a moment where it was looking quite out of control. Giant Squid had so much control on the bomb site. But the decision from Felixos to fall back into water, it gave Refuser somebody to play off. Gave him a little more space, and getting those trades in the fashion he did bought his team valuable time to rotate in and secure the defuse. Back to pistols again. Couple upgrades here and there. Could maybe buy a little more into this, which they have done, but yeah, especially with the loss bonus that they're at. I think they're approaching max next round. But it is what it is. Clearly got something in mind. Flashes towards mid. It's a fast play again. These pistols. Smoke divider and toilets. Rome just tagging Ping through the smoke. That might force them to retreat, but Swaggy's stuck in the con now. Gets the 2-piece though. Is aware of the player behind him. Excellent frag onto Jins, and he's out looking for more. Immediately swaps to that USP. He's going to lose his life for it though, as Sean finds him with the dig, but Felixos is here to take his place. Swings out. Maybe a little bit of uncertainty there, but does get the frag. Swaps the dig, or maybe an unopportune moment. He's pretty leaps in, flies in, some would say, to get the trade. Refuser's going to kill him though. And 13-12 Royals as we really reach the apex of this match. Full buy on the cards. An AWP on Varese. A very strong buy from the T's here. AWP on Jane though to counteract it. Let's see what he can do. Early short spam isn't going to be successful. CTs have already secured water. Felixos is just going to chime in and throw a smoke of his own before rotating. It's a really solid default. I love this response to them. What we're going to see here is Jane just posting on the angle as Ping creeps up to this close angle. It's a great spot, gives you so much information towards long. And if they do come that way, you have a great bait switch here. The third A player, the rotator from B, normally will play around toilet. He's in a great spot here. Have to see. 4 players in this A region and a slight stack towards the area. They catch Felixos off guard though. They're certainly still going to have some space to work with. This flash could be big. Ping swinging out wide, getting some information in the toilets, but might wrongly think that that the water's fine. Instead, Jane's going to get taken down from sight by Virez, and now things look a lot more uncertain. Bleaksoff is going to swing out. He gets one, but quickly trailed by Prinny. And now it's down to Ping. Orc in hand. Gets the headshot on Prinny, but can he do any more? Tucks into long, staying alive. Jin's coming through mid, though. He might get separated from the rest of his team here. The frag towards Ping comes through. A great kill by Sean. And Jin's managed to pick one up on mid. The information that Swaggy's there as well will alter the planting spot. So they move behind the site, but it's not even going to matter. As Virez finds the AWP shot onto Swaggy to finish the round. 13 all. It really is a close game. Well, that probably goes without saying. Rawls buying back into this one. 5 M4s. A flawless buy from the T side. An early posturing towards B. There's 3 players in this region as well as the bomb. Jins isn't going to respect the short molly. Instead, he's going to run straight through. Tempted to go up short as well. I think Felixos just saw a part of him, and they're going to re-aggress here. Showing absolutely no fear. The flash comes through Con, and there's a crunch, but they're going to check Jins. They do. They have control of this area now, and while the counter flash comes in, there's no one to capitalise off it. Virtually zero presence towards A, though. They know that they have one player deep Con. They know that there's at least one player towards Monster, but Panic might push them back there. Such an odd round. Giant Squid, though, they're holding true. They put the bomb Monster at the start of the round, and it seems that that's where they intend to go out now. Refuser just jump spotting here, but he's miles away from the action. Molly towards barrels to start clearing spot. A smoke that will help them work their way out of Monster. They do have a pathway to the site, but tough to know that. Ping's going to find a kill on Prinny as well as Swaggy chimes in from heaven. It's now Roman Virez in a 2v5. Going to have to make a big play here if they want to bring this back. And Rome's certainly trying to make it with the bomb. Pushing towards CT to get that kill. The play out of short. Virez is all alone now. AWP in hand. Peeks around the pillar. Though he gets one, can't do any more than that. Swaggy chops him down from heaven. And that's going to be the round for Royals. 14-13. Giant Squid's economy not in a great spot right now. I think likely we're going to see a save round from them. Maybe some pistols. See if they can pull the rug from underneath Royals, but otherwise they're going to be going for that 15th. Going to be letting Royals get that 15th round and playing for overtime. Molly comes over towards mid. Once again, a hefty presence towards the Con. There's the AWP here. Jane misses the shot though. The deagle spam's always enough for him, but Swaggy's straight in there, protecting his teammate. He finds the kill on Jins, but there's a lot of pressure towards mid now. Thankfully, Ping's not afraid of it and peeks out. 3 players long though. He's going to see one of them cross, and that is the bomb. They must have an idea of where this round is ending up now as the smokes come over across to A site. Support flash from Rome. Going to have to plant for bank here if they want any hope whatsoever. And Virez realises that. Great game sense from him to make that call. Kill from Pings, he pushed through the smoke, and Sean with a headshot. Maybe they won't go quietly here. Roman Sean's still alive. Sean just tucking into the corner beside the bank. He gets one, but he can't do any more. Now it's Rome all alone. Can he? No, can't get it done. Felixos takes his head. And that's 15-13 to Royals. 2 series points for them. So they look to continue their path along the upper bracket. As a reminder, the team that loses this match won't be out of the tournament, but they will be knocked down into the lower bracket. It is a double elim event. But nonetheless, Giant Squid will be hoping to keep their safety net firmly in place by winning this one. The AWP's out on Virus. Oh, a missed shot from Swaggy. He had the spawn, he stuck around. He's still fighting. I can't help but feel that's a blunder. Maybe he saw his name in lights. Nonetheless, still unlucky. Man advantage for Giant Squid. As Prinny considers maybe sticking with this AWP because he's on low HP. He's holding an angle towards toilets, but there's not going to be any aggression for now. Instead, though, the T's are going to elect to pursue their endeavours towards B after showing presence. No interest in taking the toilets or any of that. Just going to rotate the long way. In which case, Felixos isn't going to see them cross here. The decision to contact that monster could be huge, but that smoke is going to give them away. It's now all on Jane here. Last put a call. Felico finds one in the pipe. And Jane finds one from short. Damages another one. It's a 3v3 now. Felixos is pushing up short, but this is so tough for them. It's a round that really could go either way, as even as they come. Flash comes out from short. Refuser peeks out, and Ping manages to get the kill. Refuser's going to fire towards Vise, and now he's all alone. He's on low HP, AWP in hand. Smoke comes out in the bomb. Isn't going to find the shot through the smoke, and that's going to be the game for Royals. A great series, it has to be said. 16-13 on Dust to Giant Squid. A comfortable win for Royals on Inferno, and another tight game on Overpass, eventually going in Royals' favour.